The plan was never meant to reach my ears, but as I passed the slightly ajar dining room door, their words drifted out like smoke. My name, the Christmas pageant, the muffled laughter. A special surprise segment, a ridiculous mechanic's jumpsuit, a punchline about grease that never quite washes off. They were running lines like actors perfecting a scene, each delivery crisper than the last. I stood frozen in the hallway, clutching the gift I'd spent an hour wrapping. The overhead chandelier suddenly too bright, and the marble floor ice-cold beneath my boots. Hours later, Mom's voice cracked over the phone, trembling with something that sounded almost like fear. "Where are you?" I didn't answer, because by then my own surprise was already in motion. If you ask when this really started, it wasn't that Christmas at all. It started years earlier, inside the flawless Reed house on Maple Crest Lane in Plano, where every picture frame hung at perfect 90-degree angles, where the hardwood gleamed like glass, where the lighting was always warm and golden, but nothing ever landed gently. I was 18 the evening I told them I wanted to study automotive technology. I could still smell the rosemary chicken cooling on the island. Dad Daniel Reed, proud owner of Reed & Co. Fine Furnishings, was laying out silverware with the same precision he used for showroom displays. When the words left my mouth, he let the heavy serving spoon slip from his fingers. It hit the tile with a clang that rang longer than physics should allow. Mom, Marlene, queen of charity auctions and flawless holiday spreads, blinked once slowly like her brain needed a moment to reboot. Aaron, the golden son, third-year medical resident, stared at his plate to hide the corner of a smirk. Brielle, part-time dental hygienist and full-time influencer, didn't bother hiding anything. She laughed, a bright cutting sound that sliced the room in half. The spoon spun, wobbled, stilled. I knelt to pick it up, my fingertips leaving faint black crescents of engine oil on the stainless steel. No one had to say it. The silence spelled it out in capital letters: "That's not who we are." After that night, the weather pattern was set. Mom would leave neatly folded printouts on the kitchen island. Job listings for medical billing clerk, executive assistant, dental office receptionist. Always with the same gentle smile that never reached her eyes. "Something more suitable, sweetheart, cleaner. Especially when you're around people." Aaron, on the rare weekends he came home, would rest a practiced hand on my shoulder. "All that heavy lifting, just watch your back, okay? Bodies break easier than you think." Brielle filmed lifestyle content in the sun-drenched living room, ring light glowing like a halo. Whenever I crossed behind her, she'd wrinkle her nose for the camera. Sorry guys, garage smell again," she'd say, and the comments would flood with crying laughing emojis. I learned to move quietly. At family gatherings, I walked on the balls of my feet so my boots wouldn't click, kept my voice low, tucked my hands into sleeves if the grease stains were fresh. Silence kept the surface of the house mirror smooth. Silence kept their brand intact. One night when I was 20, I stood at the kitchen sink scrubbing a pan while the rest of them laughed in the adjoining room over a story I wasn't part of. Steam rose around my wrists. I looked down at the stubborn black crescent under my thumbnail and understood, clear as daylight, exactly what I was allowed to be inside those walls. We can't tell the full story in a short video. If you want to see the full story, click the link in the